Alright, so let's talk. Hello! My light is not working today because why would it work? So you are getting, well, Christmas lights and then natural lighting only. So, I don't actually know if you can see me. I'm just a vampire at heart, really. You guys are just gonna get a nice view of my cat cleaning himself this whole video, apparently. This past weekend, the Super Bowl occurred, so obviously one of the biggest concert events of the year, the Super Bowl halftime show, was headlined by Maroon 5. I watched it, obviously. So I watched it because I'm always super interested by the halftime shows, what's going on, what they're gonna do, they're gonna bring out, etc, etc, etc. And Maroon 5. Now, first of all, I like Maroon 5, okay? I like a lot of their songs. They did the hits, they did everything I think they could have done right, song choice wise, of their own. The people they brought out, sorry Kylie Jenner, but your man's gotta go. But they performed all of their hits, which, you know, I like the song, they're good, fine, whatever. The problem is, and this is a raging issue that the Super Bowl seemed to have on and off recently, is that they pick people who have hits but aren't performers. So, in my opinion, that is Maroon 5. They have the hits, they're not performers. That was Justin Timberlake. He had the hits, not the performance level. But, just to tell you what I'm looking for, some of my favorite performances were like Beyonce's, Lady Gaga's, Katy Perry had good production level. So things like that, like Beyonce, Gaga, they have like choreography for the whole thing. It's all well produced, they've backed it, everything. That's what I like. It's a good performance. It's not like Maroon 5's, for example, they're singing, but it's like a little slow. Like if I wanted to hear all these songs, I would just go to a concert and then that's what I'd be ready expecting. But the Super Bowl, from the game to commercials to the halftime show, it's such an upbeat tempo, party, adrenaline, that you can't have a lesser, slower halftime show. You have to be upbeat tempo. Following up this show, I had a chat with my sister, and I talked about how to fix the halftime show next year. And this is someone who's been talked about many times. You know what? She's probably in the thumbnail. Taylor Swift. Maybe she doesn't want it. Maybe they haven't asked her. Maybe she denied it. You know, I don't know. I didn't ask. But I took it upon myself to prepare the set list, the appearing guests, everything. I have from start to finish a 13-minute, 22-second set list for Taylor Swift next year. And we are going to walk through that, and I'm going to tell you how we will make this the best Super Bowl performance of all time. Listen, I'm going to let you finish. So, let me grab my notebook where I wrote down all my ideas. So, first and foremost, you need a dramatic entrance. You can't just have like all the lights on and the camera goes to you standing there and then you start playing a song. No. No. That is not how you do an entrance. How you do an entrance is Beyonce, where she was standing there with the fire behind her in her silhouette. You need Madonna, where she was carried in on a throne. You need an entrance. You can't just stand there with your microphone or guitar or whatever and just start saying, no. Honey, no. It has to start off. It must. These are set in stone eggs. It starts off with Ready for Its beat, and there's some sort of like light up screen behind her, so that like lights up with the beat and you see just her silhouette standing there, and whatever pose she chooses, just make it dramatic. And then when it builds, it cuts off. Now, I don't know how to mix songs and blend songs together, so like, that's Taylor's team's job, not mine, so we're gonna hear some harsh cuts here. That's because I don't know how to do blending, so I just threw this on iMovie and just cut up the song. So this is not the level it's gonna be at, but this is the general outline of how the performance is going. Okay, that cuts off, and the crowd's like, whoa, whatever, you know, that's how they are. And then, she's not gonna start with Right For It though. She's going to go into the beginning of Endgame. Again, I don't know how, I can't like produce audio things, so there's gonna be no background music. It's gonna be a cappella with like a echoey sound of her just going like, so like that, but like without the background music, just like her going like, big reputation, and with like an echoey sound. It's gonna be great, okay? This is great. And then it cuts off again. I got some big enemies, and then it goes black again. And then there's some voices talking, like annoyed. Like, you know how she talked at the end of the Look What You Made Me Do video, where she was like talking to herself, you know? Like voices like that, like you know, like complaining. And the first one's gonna be like, she is such a drama queen now. And then the next one is gonna say, I wish she'd just stick with country. And then the third voice is gonna say, remember the old Taylor? And then it's still gonna be dark. She's gonna be standing there, she's gonna pop, the lights are all gonna turn on. You'll finally be able to see her, not just a silhouette, and she's gonna be standing there with a guitar. She's gonna start the country hits, alright? So we're gonna start off too loud with our song, and it's gonna transition right into mine. And then it cuts out again. And everybody's like, what is going on? And this time you have a man's voice. A man's voice complaining. Because those are both her like more country love songs. You have a man complaining saying she can't possibly be that in love so young. I'm just going through a list of things people complain about Taylor for, because you know her. So then it's gonna show Taylor and she's gonna be like kind of confused, annoyed. So then she's gonna perform the country breakup song. Okay, it's gonna start with Shoulda Said No and it slowly fades in. Again, I don't know how to produce it, but you'll get the vision, okay? And then she gets more confident and builds faster, and then it cuts off again. And it cuts off with the same exact man who just complained about love songs. He now says, is that all she does is write about her breakups? So then, my mind. So then it cuts back to Taylor again. She's even more confused, more annoyed, and then she just kind of rolls her eyes, and then it cuts into Mean. And it goes, listen to this. Still goes from Mean to We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. And then behind her, on the stage somewhere, all of her exes. I don't know if they're gonna pop up, they're gonna walk up. I haven't really planned the logistics of it yet, but a line of her exes. So we're talking Joe Jonas, Tom Hiddleston, that didn't she date like a Kennedy or something like that? John Mayer, like there's a whole line, and it's like panning down this line of men. She's still saying We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. And when she goes to like ever line. And then it cuts out for like a split second, and then she starts singing Style. But instead of saying, cause you got that James Dean, it goes, but you got that James Dean daydream. And it reaches the end of the line, and Harry Styles is standing there. Do you see how genius this is? And then when it gets to, we come back every time, she's gonna slow down like back every time. And it's gonna like fade out a little bit, and then she's going, cause now I'm lying on the cold hard ground. And as this is happening, there's gonna be like some sort of like fake security guards basically, who start like grabbing the men and taking them off stage, back, other side, down, whatever, you know, they're just, so it's again, ending up with just Taylor on the stage, the exes are gone, and then it goes dark again, after all the men are gone. So then it slowly like starts building in, the lights start turning on again, and she is singing Love Story, because she has had all these breakups, and she's always wrapped up in a new love story, so here she is. And this I literally stole right from that Reputation's Stadium Tour set list, and it's going to be the same transition that she did from Love Story to You Belong With Me. So I'm going to play that for you. Hopefully you can hear it, because it's concert audio, so it's a little hard to hear. And this transition between those two songs that Taylor already had is the reason why I didn't bother trying to like learn how to do audio transitions, because like they can handle it. I'm just giving them the set list, you know? I'm just making their lives a little easier. So when she does, no, it's with me, then it cuts out, and guess who pops up on the side of the stage during her performance of You Belong With Me?
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Kanye West is gonna pop up, and he's going to...
But Beyonce had one of the best videos.
But instead of saying Beyonce one of the best videos of all time, he's gonna say one of the best Super Bowl performances of all time.
Of all time.
And it's gonna show like Taylor confused.
One of the best videos.
One of the best performances of all time. And it's gonna show Beyonce on the other side of stage, because we all know how she loves her Super Bowl performances. So she's gonna be on the other side of stage and like with that shock face again. Taylor's gonna be in the middle, so like you know, it's just a recreation. So yeah, Taylor's standing there awkwardly, and then it just kind of cuts out, goes black, and then Taylor does just the end of This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. Just this is why we can't have nice things. And Beyonce and Kanye are gone now. So Taylor then just kind of shrugs and starts Bad Blood. Obviously. Katy Perry pops up. Hey! And they start like walking, marching toward each other like they're angry. And then they both turn to the camera and go, hey! And then it cuts out again. Goodbye, Katy Perry. That was her moment. But they got to yell hey at each other. And then there's a little break. It's a lot of like songs, but that's because we have some fuller songs later. Just wait. So it goes in blank space then. But she cuts to the second verse just to keep it a little shorter so it's not the full song, you know. So this one she actually just performs. She can do whatever she wants. I'm not her choreographer. I'm not choreographing this for her. But yeah, she does the rest of Blank Space. And well, she actually just does the second verse and the second chorus, and then and that's it. And then it goes into Shake It Off right after that. So during Shake It Off, at different intervals, different times, beats, whatever, all those X's reappear. Kanye reappears, Beyonce reappears, Katy reappears, Kim pops up, all these people come out, and they're all just having fun. So yeah, she does the first verse, the first chorus, and then she goes straight into the bridge after the first chorus. And everybody's just kind of happy, dancing, having fun, singing along, you know. Kim and Kanye are singing to, you know, it's just like they're all having fun with Shake It Off. This is like the union. Everybody's like forgiving each other. It's just a good time. Listen, positivity, okay? Even though we know they all hate each other. So then she does last chorus. So then once the song ends, everybody leaves except for Taylor again. She's still here, still her performance. And Delicate starts. And now that all the beef is squashed, everybody's... Okay, Dashy. Now that all the beef is squashed, everybody is... All the drama's done, all the ends are tied together. Everybody's just happy. Taylor Swift remains pop queen. Then she does Delicate, and she does this just as a normal performance, as she would. Whatever choreography, dances, whatever, you know. But this is like a real, just normal performance. She could do something fun if she wants, where she like goes around the stadium. Because this is the song that she did that in the Reputation tour, right? I think so. So yeah, it does the beginning of the song, but when it gets to make me a drink, 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 it goes into the bridge then, because we don't want this full song, a little too much. But yeah, she can be like flying around the stage, whatever. Katy Perry did that actually with that Star. So Taylor can do that in her own way, I feel like. Because I really liked when she did that in a tour, yes. And she just kind of performs the rest of Delicate. Then, after that, she's back on stage. She has, how many more? Like 3.5 more minutes Uh-oh, what is she gonna do with those 3.5 more minutes? We started the show this way and we're closing the show this way, alright folks? I know it's not like her biggest hit or anything, but I just think it's such like a dramatic, like upbeat song that I feel like it's a good like pump up song for the right at the end of the show. And she can have like good choreography and dancers and everything with this because it has a good beat for it. So, and she kind of just performs the majority of the song then. She can have the fireworks, everything dramatic, over the top. She could bring out her boyfriend if she wants, but I don't think so because I know they're very like more private about the relationship, but it would be cute, just saying. Oh, and that was the part that I love. That ends with like the let the games begin. And then you're back into the Super Bowl game. Like, it's perfect, okay? Just trust my vision. So, this is a message to the NFL, Taylor Swift's team, Katy Perry, Kim, Kanye, all the exes. That includes you, Harry Styles. You better show up. Oh, Calvin Harris, you better show up. You all better show up, okay? I am counting on it. I am counting on my paycheck for these ideas. No, kidding. I thought about including Welcome to New York if the Super Bowl was in New York, but it is in fact not in New York. So, cut. Other songs I considered including. If your favorite song's not included, you can at least know that, you know, I thought about it. Wildest Dreams somehow intertwined with Delicate. They just kind of have the same vibe. Didn't happen, okay? All Too Well, just because it's a fan favorite, but it didn't work out anywhere. When I had the Love Country mashup, I thought about including Fearless, Sparks Fly, and Long Live. For the breakup country part, I thought about including White Horse, Picture to Burn, and Teardrops on My Guitar, but instead I just should have said no. So I'm sorry if you like those songs and they were not included. I'm sorry if there were other songs. I tried to get a good mixture of the hits and songs people generally like, and more upbeat, pump-up jams, things that will work in the moment with dramatics. Listen, it's a hard job to take on, okay? Especially for $0.0. Appreciate the vision. I'm kidding. So, that is my way to save the Super Bowl halftime show next year. Not that it necessarily was ruined, I have to say this, because I feel like at this point, like Maroon 5's performance, yes, it was boring, but it wasn't bad, in my opinion. Like, it wasn't like a bad show. Like, Maroon 5 didn't do a bad job. It's just, I don't think that they're Super Bowl material. I think if that was a concert, sure, rip off your shirt, Adam Levine. I don't care. Bring out, what was that dude's name? I don't know, whatever. That rapper, and like, sure, but like, that's fun, whatever, but not, it wasn't Super Bowl halftime material. If I was paying to go to one of their concerts, yeah, those are the songs I would want to hear. It doesn't get me in the mood for Super Bowl though. But Taylor Swift can do that, so I have the list. Her team may email me if they would like more information and production and hire me and all of the good things in life. Thank you so much for watching. We are not burning bridges. We are mending bridges this year. Love. And yes, so thank you all so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.